Bonjour, c'est moi, Monsieur Springer. Welcome back from your break. I hope you had a great time. I hope it was restful and meaningful, even if maybe a little different for you this year. I know it was for my family. I do want to give us some few tips as we look to the end of the semester. As I had mentioned before the break, January is just really a time to finish off your online course. In that being said, I want to give you a few tips to make sure you can get the most out of this time and make sure you're ending the semester on a really good note. Number one is make sure that you are using the language that you're learning in the lessons on your coursework. Sometimes students, in a pinch, will look up something in Google Translate or another website and use that on their work. But that would be kind of like completing like an algebra or a geometry level problem with a calculus level answer. It might kind of answer the question, but it wouldn't be using what I expect the students to have learned at that level. So try to keep that in mind. Really, really avoid anything like outside resources or people helping you on your assignments. It may be helpful to review the World Language Resources Policy, which you agreed to um, abide by at the beginning of the semester. I don't want any unpleasant surprises for you at the end of the semester, and I do want you to know that I take that policy super seriously. And if I see somebody not using the language that was in the course but something different, I usually don't assign credit on their work. When in doubt about something, just ask me. I would much rather have the conversation before you submit the assignment rather than have a significant issue come up later. Okay? Number two is to make sure you're completing all assignment types. Okay? Super important to make sure speaking, writing, all of the different assignment types in your course are completed. With that being said, make sure you schedule and complete your tete-a-tetes if you haven't already. There's one at the end of Unit 1, one at the end of Unit 3. In general, I do not allow you to progress or at least earn credit on units after that if you don't complete the tete-a-tete. I don't have a lot of times available at the end of the semester, so you want to make sure you get on signing up and completing that if you have not done so already. And then finally, just keep in mind your end date. Once that comes, you are done with the course. I will grade your work and submit your final score to your school within 1 week of your end date. So you don't need to tell me to please grade your work or get it in by a certain date. I will make sure that I am on that. If your school does need your final score by a certain date, like prior to your actual end date in the student learning portal or anything like that, you would want your mentor to reach out to me because we may need you to end the course earlier in that case. Usually everything's fine and the mentor is really on that, but um, just I'll grade your work and I'll get it in on time. Don't worry. I'm really busy in January doing a lot of grading, as you can imagine, but that does not mean I'm unavailable. Please, please, please ask me for help if you have a question with something, you're struggling with something. I want to help you. Okay, welcome back. Let's have a great rest of the semester.